The Nylocas Vasilias is the third boss inside the Theater of Blood. To progress through this room, players must first defend against the horde of Nylocas spiders that target players and the 4 pillars located in each corner of the room. After defending against the waves of spiders, players are then challenged by Nylocas Vasilias. Let's first focus on the waves. The Nylocas horde is made up of 3 different types of spiders: the white, the green, and lastly, the blue. These breeds have a small and large variance. When the large Nylos are killed, they spawn 2 randomly colored small Nylos. Nylos can also change colors during their lifespan. Our goal is to kill these spiders as quickly as possible in order to defend the 4 pillars of the room. If the pillars receive too much damage, they will collapse, dealing damage and stunning every player in the room. If all 4 pillars fall, the room is failed. The Nylocas can only be damaged by a specific combat style indicated by their color. The white spiders can only be damaged by melee attacks, the green spiders by ranged attacks, and lastly, the blue spiders by magic attacks. If the spider is attacked with the wrong combat style, it becomes nulled to that player and can no longer be damaged by that specific player. If spiders are not killed within 30 seconds, they will explode and deal damage to players standing near them. The general focus of completing this room is to prioritize killing the Nylos that are aggressive and attacking players first. The next priority is to kill the smaller Nylos over the bigger variants. Although the bigger Nylos deal more damage, we must remember that they split into 2, making it more efficient to kill the smaller Nylos first. Now that we understand the mechanics of the horde, let's talk about the roles players will fill during the fight. As most teams are typically made up of 4 players, we will focus on the composition of a 4-player team. 1 player serves as the Mage, 1 player serves as the Ranger, and the last 2 players serve as the Melayers. Let's first talk about the Mage. The Mage uses their Trident and Barrage spells to focus killing the blue Nylos. Keeping in mind that the Trident has a faster attack speed than casting a spell, we want to kill individual spiders with our Trident and using Barrage spells to kill spiders that are clumped. The Mage plays a very important role as Ice Barrage is used to help buy the team time towards the end of the waves. When the room starts to become overwhelming, the Mage should begin casting Ice Barrage at every pillar regardless of the color of spider. This will stun the spider for a short period of time. Bringing along a small stack of soul runes is recommended as Mages can use Blood Barrage to heal themselves, even on spiders that are not the color blue. The Ranger is a very rapid-fire role. Players should use their Toxic Blowpipe to kill the green Nylos as fast as possible. It is very important that the players filling this role are always thinking ahead. Rangers should know the next spider they will be attacking at all times, and should click on the next spider as soon as they attack their initial target. Melayers play a very dangerous but important role. Since most teams have 2 players assigned this role, Melayers should act as a hybrid in helping other roles as necessary. Players should use their fastest melee attack speed weapon when completing this room. Due to the Nylocas having very low defense, some players often choose to bring a 3-tick weapon such as the Ham Joint or Swift Blade, as melee offensive stats aren't required for their low defense. Keeping this in mind, When players are switching attack styles to assist other roles, a simple one-item weapon switch is sufficient. The meleeers play the most dangerous role as they are the closest to the stack of spiders. As we recall from earlier, if spiders are not killed fast enough, they blow up, dealing damage to anyone standing close. It is imperative that meleeers keep their HP high and always observing when a spider may blow up. Most teams prefer that their meleeers split the room into the east and west side. This is an excellent technique as the meleeers who also have Ice Barrage can cast upon the pillar on the opposite side of the room to help buy the team time. The reason why we cast on the opposite of the room, as this will null any spider that is not the color blue, preventing us from dealing any future damage to that spider. After all of the Horde have been killed, Nylocas Vasilias will spawn into the room after a short period of downtime. Use this as an opportunity to heal up and repot any boosted stats. Players that are using Divine Combat Potions should drink their second dose here. The mechanics of the Nylo boss is simple as it mirrors some of the same mechanics as the waves. The Nylo boss will change colors every 6 seconds, and we must attack the boss with the corresponding combat style. Nylo will also change its attack style based on its current color. The Nylo boss will always enter the room in the melee form, but every other time the color is random. Attacking Nylo with the wrong combat style does not null it, but instead heals the boss and recoils damage back to the player. This is where our simple 4-way item switch comes into play. Anytime Nylo switches its color, your player will automatically stop attacking it. Keep calm and focus on Nylo. Our first priority should always be turning on the correct protection prayer. We then equip our 4-way item switch and begin attacking Nylo. Counting to 6 seconds or counting the number of attacks we do is not necessary, as our player will stop attacking when Nylo changes into the next color. Simply focus on Nylo, change our prayer to the correct style, then equip our items as we feel comfortable. Continue attacking the Nylo boss until it is defeated. Leave the room from the same entrance we came in and turn down the hall into our 4th challenge, Soda Seg.